Filmed live in Canada, it's Jim's Record Party. Hello everyone, welcome to Jim's Record Party. I'm your host James. It's so nice of you to be with us today as we look at harmonica groups, harmonica players, happy harmonicas. And as we do, and we lead off with Boris Draper and his orchestra, Happy Harmonica, and there's some beautiful Honers on the front cover. A beautiful model, of course. There's one thing you think of with beautiful harmonicas, it's beautiful models, and here we are, a beautiful example here on Kent. This is kind of an old school sound harmonica against a full orchestra. A lot of tremolo, a lot of vibrato. It's very nice over time. It is fairly happy. It's Boris Draper with Happy Harmonica here on Jim's Record Party, leading us off today as we look at albums full of harmonica. Here's another one, Johnny Cadente with rhythm accompaniment. And here's another beautiful model sitting on the end of Johnny's, probably another Honer. Harmonica Moods. It's true high fidelity. It's not that artificial high fidelity. It's true high fidelity. Very nice. Johnny Cadente with rhythm accompaniment. And one of the great harmonica groups ever, Johnny Palaio and his harmonica gang, and here they are on the cover. Johnny wearing the beautiful chaps. He's got the beautiful harmonica holder, ready to go, quick fire. Johnny Palaio and his harmonica gang. If you're of a certain age, you remember this group from appearances on Ed Sullivan, other variety shows at the time. And you know that this group was always on the boil and threatening to boil over, and occasionally did boil over. Johnny barely could keep a lid on this group. They were absolutely full of themselves, full of harmonica madness. And here they are. This is a study in high fidelity sound. It's not actually high fidelity. It's only a study in high fidelity sound. At this time, everybody was really stretching, trying to grab your attention with the highest fidelity they possibly could. We're not yet into stereo. These are all mono, of course. Here they are, Johnny Palaio and his harmonica gang. A study in high fidelity sound. And that brings us to perhaps the greatest harmonica group of all time. It's Jerry Murad's Harmonicats. And here they are in their most famous incarnation as a trio, Jerry Murad. In the center, Don Les on your right played bass, and Alfieri on your left played chord harmonica. Jerry, of course, playing chromatic harmonica, the leader of the band. Jerry Murad, very, very interesting group, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry, originally born in Istanbul, Turkey, 1918. Played the chromatic, played Honer 270s and 64s for all you harmonica players. And if you like to have albums, listen to albums with men playing their mouth organs, well, you're in for a treat because we've got several here to show with Jerry Murad and his Harmonicats. Originally known as the Harmonica Madcaps, formed in 1947, but when they got a load of Johnny Palaio and his gang, they knew they were not madcap. Jerry Murad's Harmonicats actually always have a bit of a melancholy sound. I think that's Jerry on the chromatic harmonica has set that mood. They never get too far into the madcapness after they became the Harmonicats. This is all just strictly trio harp. There are no rhythm accompaniments. There's no orchestral settings. This is just a trio. As we say, Don Les on the right on bass harmonica, Alfieri on your left with the very long rhythm chord harmonica, and Jerry himself in the center, his beautiful mustache, playing the chromatic harmonica, of course, every note available to him. What a fantastic group this was. Of course, originally the Harmonica Cats were a quartet. Bob Hadamick on bass and Pete Peterson played second chromatic harp. He remained very loyal to this group and to Jerry Murad really throughout its complete incarnation, which was into the early mid-70s. And he often played second chromatic on many of these albums. There were 14 plus additional members in addition to this classic trio. 14 plus other members legitimately call themselves a Harmonica Cat. But here's the classic trio playing Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White. And this is how they appeared. Many times you would have seen them likewise on the classic variety shows of the 60s and early 70s. Leading us off on Columbia. Our second album, very prosaic, cover, themes from the movies, Breakfast at Tiffany's, El Cid, Moon River, many others. Very popular type of album at the time, compilation of movie title tunes. Here we are, Jerry Murad's Harmonica Cats, Fiesta, and these are all Mexican, Spanish, Latin tunes in a bit of a fiesta mood. Beautiful cover here, very characteristic of the sound within. This is in stereo. Most of the Harmonica Cats are in mono, as the Columbia Cherry Pink album we just saw was, but here's a Columbia album moving into stereo now. Still the classic trio. Here they are, another movie soundtrack album. This is the latest offering we're showing today. This album from 1966. I had to consult my list. 1966. The great love songs from the movies. And we have one more to show also. This is on Columbia. We move on to Peg in My Heart, Jerry Murad's Harmonica Cats. And Peg in My Heart really has everything to do with them. From 1947, this song, their recording of Peg in My Heart, had sold 1 million copies by 1950. It was number one on the Billboard charts. And very interestingly, this song has been covered by many, many people. Bunny Berrigan, the great swing jump trumpet player from the Goodman Band especially. Lester Young recorded this tune in 46. Gene Vincent and his Blue Caps recorded Peg in My Heart. Andy Williams, the Dropkick Murphys with a special guest, Bruce Springsteen, in 2011 recorded Peg in My Heart, showing a bit of their heritage, I think, in that. And very popular tune. It was the absolute breakthrough for Jerry Murad's Harmonica Cats. Here they are, a fantastic cover picture. Each of them represented with the harp that they play, Jerry in the center with his chromatic, with the button, of course, that allows you to change and open and close the valves to give you the sharps and the flats. Dawn on your right with the very big bass, very big sound bass harmonica. El Fiore on your left, of course, the fantastic instrument, the chord harmonica. Peg in My Heart, Twilight Time, the Saber Dance. This is a group that was always on the simmer. If Johnny Palaio and his harmonica gang were always on the boil and the boil over, with really no soulful, mellow side to them. If they did, you knew they were just about to break out into thunder and lightning. Whereas the Harmonica Cats were just always kind of a mellow sound with a tinge of melancholia, as I say, and never really went to the extremes either of the melancholia or of jump tunes. Kept it pretty much middle of the road, very interesting. Again, just strictly a trio. They covered all the bases here with Don and Al really functioning as a rhythm section, and Jerry as the solo voice mostly on his chromatic harp. No drums, no bass, no orchestra, no Anita Kerr singers in the background. It's all the trio. This is beautiful stuff and beautifully engineered. Very interestingly, Peg in My Heart, the engineer, Bill Putnam, utilized the bathroom at the time in Universal Recording Studios where that tune was recorded. He used the bathroom as an echo chamber. He was basically the first cat who did that, became the first cat to use, quote, artificial reverberation, unquote, creatively on a pop recording. Peg in My Heart, 1947. Very, very, very important tune for these guys and for everybody. And here it is on a Columbia mono. Brings us to our last choice today, and another prosaic cover, but the music within absolutely fantastic. It's the love songs of Tom Jones and other great movie hits, and this is the third one that we're showing today, and I believe there were others as well. As I say, this is a very popular genre at the time where every orchestra of the time, every small instrumental group would cover the great theme songs from the movies. And here they are, the boys doing it again. Bit of a movie stub here shown on the cover. This is another stereo representation on Columbia, but many of these were also available likewise on mono, the same recording. What a fantastic genre this was. Where are the great harmonica groups of today, ladies and gentlemen? These are the non-blues groups. These are the song players, the tuneful players, not strictly wailing soloists at all. Melodists, rather, accompanied by their comrades in harps, men who love to play mouth organs, and we saw some today. Johnny Palaio's Harmonica Gang and Jerry Murad's Harmonica Cats, chiefly among them. Here on Jim's Record Party, it's been my pleasure to present these albums to you today, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us again next week at the same time on this same station. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Drop in and say hello. It'd be our pleasure. My name is James, as always. Please join us again next week, where we look at more great albums here on Jim's Record Party.